Are you looking for the best budget laptops? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best budget laptops on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Acer Swift 3 OLED Intel Evo Thin and Light Laptop. The beauty of the Acer Swift 3 OLED lies within its display. Other laptops are more aesthetically pleasing, have a better key feel, and are thinner and lighter, but they usually don't come with an OLED display. So if OLED screens are your jam but you don't want to spend a fortune on a laptop to get one, the Swift 3 is your best. Acer stuck an H-series Intel processor in its Swift 3 OLED, which is more commonly found in gaming laptops, whereas many of its competitors used one of Intel's slower P-series. It's not as fast as Apple's M2 chips, but it does surpass Apple's M1 Pro in raw single-core and multi-core processing power. It also has one of the fastest SSD read and write times in a laptop we've recently tested. It's ousted only by the LG Gram Pro 17 and Apple MacBook Pro 14 M2 Pro. If you don't mind sacrificing a little bit of speed for better battery life, you can drop down to an Intel Core i5 with half the memory and storage space, or keep the display as dim as lighting conditions will allow. Processor, Intel Core i7-12700H. Graphics, Intel Iris Xe. Memory, 16GB LPDDR5. Storage size, 1TB SSD. Display, 14-inch, 2880 by 1800 OLED. Battery life, 5.5+ hours. Number 2. HP Envy X360 and 115.6-inch FHD touchscreen laptop. We love this budget-friendly HP Envy X360 in one laptop. It comes in many configurations, including a 32GB RAM, 2TB SSD version and one with a faster AMD Ryzen 5 7530U processor. But the Ryzen 5 5625U processor is no slouch when it comes to performance. Among all of our benchmarking data, the HP Envy X360 is one of the top-performing sub-$1000 laptops, but not faster than our top pick here. This laptop's battery life also is great, thanks in part to the power-efficient processor. The 51Wh battery can hold a charge for 8+ hours. Typing on this laptop is comfortable, and the keyboard has large, springy keys perfect for working on papers or reports. The trackpad also is well made and responds to taps and complex, multi-touch gestures quickly and accurately. We do wish HP took it easy on the bloatware, though. Processor, AMD Ryzen 5 5625U. Graphics, integrated. Memory, 8GB DDR4 3200 MHz. Storage, 512GB SSD. Display, 15.6-inch, 1920x1080p. Battery, 8+ hours. Number 3. Acer Nitro 5 and 515-58-527S Gaming Laptop. The Acer Nitro 5 gaming laptop configuration we reviewed still goes for over $1,000 when it's not on sale. But we've seen the RTX 3050 Ti model on sale for $800 or less, and it performs almost as well as the RTX 3060. The newer Nitro 5 supports ray tracing and offers twice the speed of the GTX 1650 in our previous Nitro 5 budget pick, but if you don't mind spending a couple of $100 more for the RTX 3060 model, we recommend getting the one we reviewed. This Nitro 5's all-black color scheme and subtle colored highlights look more mature than many of the RGB light shows you tend to see in the gaming space. It's bulky, but it uses its space to circulate air and keep its high-powered hardware cool. The keyboard and trackpad are both comfortable and easy to use. Finally, the display produces gorgeous colors and its 144Hz refresh rate is useful for fast-paced esports titles. Processor, Intel Core i5-12500H. Graphics, NVIDIA RTX 3060. Memory, 16GB DDR4. Storage, 512GB. Display, 15.6-inch, 1920x1080p, 144Hz IPS. Battery life, 3+ hours. Number 4. Asus Zenbook 14-inch OLED Business Laptop. When you factor in the number of upgrades the Asus Zenbook 14 OLED provides beyond the basics, its price feels like a steal, especially if you can find it on sale for $500 or less. It's more common to find just okay IPS displays with 300 nits of brightness in sub-$1000 laptops, so the fact that this Zenbook 14 has an OLED display, with a 630 nit peak, at this price is truly a rare find. It's also stylishly designed and constructed with sturdy materials. The keyboard is wonderfully tactile and the trackpad is both large and responsive. Even the port selection is well-rounded. Our only caveat is that 8GB of memory might not be enough for some people who regularly keep dozens of tabs open in their browser at all times, and unfortunately, the RAM is soldered onto the Zenbook 14's motherboard, so you won't be easily able to increase the RAM amount with a simple stick swap. Processor, Intel Core i5-1240p. Graphics, Intel Iris Xe, integrated. Memory, 8GB LPDDR5. Storage, 256GB SSD. Display, 14-inch, 2880 by 1800, 90Hz OLED. Battery life, 7.5 plus hours. Number 5. Dell XPS 9315 laptop. The Dell XPS 13 9315 falls to the right price, $850, when it's on sale. It has the same polish and refinement as MSI's Prestige 13 Evo, a much longer battery life than the MacBook Air. It's the kind of laptop you can purchase without much thought and without regretting your decision. Despite it being the best XPS laptop Dell has made, that we've tested, the biggest reason it's not higher up on this list is that its processing performance is much slower than the others. It currently ranks in the bottom 5 in our testing data compared to every laptop we've reviewed in the last year. But you won't need an obscene amount of processing power if you need a laptop for only simple computing tasks. If you need a tad more performance and don't mind potentially sacrificing some battery power to get it, you can get the Dell XPS 13 with an Intel Core i7-1250U processor for $899, on sale. It's a faster processor when it comes to running actual applications compared to something like the M2, but the Core i7-1250U isn't nearly as power efficient. Expect the XPS 13 configured with a Core i7 to get under 15 hours of battery life. Processor, Intel Core i5-1230U. Graphics, Intel Iris Xe, integrated. Memory, 16GB LPDDR5. Storage, 512GB SSD. Display, 13.4-inch, 1920 by 1200, IPS, LCD, optional touchscreen,